Cast away from our land we have rebuilt. Through every hardship we have endured and grown mighty. Our hearts are strong, our devotion absolute, and our skill is without question. In our veins runs the blood of warriors. The Vikings and Knights, despite their many differences, can at least find some common ground between the two. Perhaps that's why their rivalry is so ferocious. But the third faction who holds claim to Heathmoore couldn't be more different from either of them. Deep within the dark and murky mists of the Myre rests an empire that does not belong, and yet has found a way to entrench itself into the land. They are foreigners in every respect, and yet they have endured so long in the Myre that even the Vikings and Knights see them as neighbors rather than invaders. The samurai of the Dawn Empire did not originate in Heathmoore, but far across the sea in a land now lost to them. It is here now that they seek to start again, and they will go to any lengths to secure their new home. Long before the cataclysm that destroyed the world, the samurai lived in a distant island nation, governed and ruled by a sovereign emperor. However, when the calamity occurred, the samurai lost everything. Their homes, their emperor, and even their island nation, which sank into the sea. The once proud samurai were now helpless vagabonds, traveling from one land to another in search of sanctuary and the chance to begin anew. It would only be a few short years later that the samurai discovered the lands of Heathmoore, taking up refuge in the Myre, a swampy, godforsaken spot of land, all but ignored and avoided by the knights and Vikings. But to the samurai, it would be sufficient. They erected a new emperor in place of the old and set to work building upon the rotting marshlands. It would be some time before the samurai were discovered by their warring neighbors, and when the knights and Vikings stumbled upon them, the samurai struck back like vicious serpents in the defense of their home they were desperate to protect. The samurai are few in number and limited in resources. Every loss is a crippling blow. Though divided into various houses and clans run by daimyo, the samurai have put aside much of their past infighting for the sake of their survival. To further ensure their survival, the samurai have disciplined and trained themselves beyond the scope of a normal warrior. Every samurai is the match for 10 enemy combatants, with light and capable armor that allows for swift and efficient movement and protection regardless of the opposition. Their style of fighting is one that combines skill, cunning, and ingenuity. Their weapons are as exotic and diverse as they are deadly. Through their exodus, the samurai have learned many new things, and have discovered creative and unique methods of war, making them as unpredictable as they are lethal. It is necessary that they be this way, for anything less could prove to be their undoing. To the samurai, mercy is a weakness that cannot be tolerated, and as such, being made a prisoner is an insult worthy of shame, to which death is preferable. For this reason, death is the punishment for those who fail in their duty to the Empire and to those who make war upon them. For in the defense of one's home, there is no such thing as overkill. Like cunning vipers, the samurai are not afraid to use unorthodox tactics like poison or fire to turn the tide of war. What good are your greater numbers when the foe you face is still superior? After all, numerous as the ants are, they still cannot fell a tiger. Honor is everything to the samurai. Let the other factions think what they will of the term, but they will never understand it as the samurai do. Honor is built around absolute and unwavering loyalty to their clan and their people. The ties that bind the samurai together is the source of their honor and their strength. From tragedy, the samurai have come to learn the importance of solidarity and camaraderie. They will gladly die in service to their lords and their people, and will fearlessly strike against any trespasser, any enemy, and any threat that dares to destroy what they've worked so desperately to build. With the loss of their island nation and their homeland, the samurai know that they may well be the last of their kind, the last of their culture. They cling desperately to it with all their might, and thus their honor is bound to its preservation. Despite this, the samurai know that life and death are naught but an illusion. All things must pass away, but be reborn again. The home the samurai once knew has died, but now it has been reborn here in Heathmoore. In the same way, the samurai of that old land have died too, and now a new and more powerful, cunning force has arisen here in the Myre. They will not falter or flee. This is their home, and the samurai will die before letting it fall again.